Biohacking 101, Science-Based Health Optimization. What if you could optimize your energy, focus, and physical performance using simple, science-backed methods that cost almost nothing? Today, we're diving into real biohacking, not the expensive gadgets and questionable supplements, but the evidence-based strategies that actually work. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you've ever been curious about biohacking but overwhelmed by conflicting information and expensive products, this video is for you. Let's be honest, the biohacking space is filled with pseudoscience, overpriced gadgets, and people making wild claims without solid evidence. But beneath all that noise, there are legitimate, research-backed methods for optimizing human performance that anyone can implement. Today, we're covering the fundamentals, what biohacking actually means from a scientific perspective, which interventions have the strongest evidence, and how to implement them without breaking the bank or falling for marketing hype. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for evidence-based health optimization that you can start implementing today. No expensive equipment required, no dangerous experiments, just proven methods backed by solid research. If you're ready to separate biohacking fact from fiction, hit that subscribe button and let's optimize your biology the smart way. Medical and health disclaimer. This content does not constitute medical advice and should not replace professional healthcare consultation. Biohacking techniques may not be appropriate for everyone. Some individuals may have medical conditions that contraindicate certain protocols discussed in this video. Always seek professional medical advice before beginning any new health or fitness regimen. Exercise and physical activities discussed in this video carry inherent risks of injury. Ensure you're physically capable of performing any exercises mentioned and start slowly. If you experience pain, dizziness, or discomfort, stop immediately and consult a healthcare professional. Supplements mentioned are for educational purposes only and are not recommendations for specific individuals. Supplements can interact with medications and medical conditions. Consult healthcare professionals before adding supplements to your regimen. Nutritional needs vary significantly between individuals. Defining real biohacking. Let's start with what biohacking really means. At its core, biohacking is the practice of using self-experimentation and scientific methods to optimize your biological systems for better health, performance, and longevity. The key word here is scientific. Real biohacking isn't about following the latest trend or buying expensive devices. It's about understanding how your body works and making targeted interventions based on measurable outcomes. In legitimate biohacking, we prioritize interventions based on their evidence quality. Level 1. Interventions with multiple randomized controlled trials and meta-analyses. Level 2. Interventions with some controlled studies but limited data. Level 3. Interventions with only observational data or theoretical mechanisms. Level 4. Interventions with anecdotal evidence only. Today, we're focusing primarily on Level 1 and Level 2 interventions, things that actually work. Here's a crucial concept. Before you worry about advanced optimization, you need to master the fundamentals. Think of it like building a house. You can't install smart home technology if your foundation is cracked. The fundamentals are sleep, nutrition, movement, and stress management. These 4 pillars account for probably 80 to 90% of the optimization benefits you can achieve. Everything else is fine-tuning. Real biohacking requires measurement. You can't optimize what you don't track. But this doesn't mean you need expensive devices. Many of the most important metrics can be tracked with simple, inexpensive tools or even just subjective assessments. We'll talk about specific metrics throughout this video, but the key is establishing baseline measurements before making changes, then tracking how interventions affect those measurements. Pillar 1. Sleep optimization. Why sleep comes first. If you could only optimize one aspect of your biology, it should be sleep. Sleep affects every system in your body: immune function, hormone production, cognitive performance, mood regulation, and physical recovery. The research on sleep is overwhelming. Poor sleep increases your risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even early death. Conversely, optimizing sleep can dramatically improve virtually every aspect of health and performance. To optimize sleep, you need to understand sleep architecture. A normal night includes 4 to 6 complete sleep cycles, each lasting about 90 minutes. Each cycle includes light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Deep sleep is crucial for physical recovery and memory consolidation. REM sleep is essential for emotional processing and creativity. Both are necessary for optimal function. Evidence-based sleep optimization, sleep timing. Research consistently shows that consistent sleep and wake times are more important than total sleep duration. Your circadian rhythm thrives on predictability. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Temperature control. Your core body temperature naturally drops as you prepare for sleep. You can enhance this by keeping your bedroom cool, ideally 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. A warm shower or bath 1 to 2 hours before bed can also help by causing vasodilation and subsequent cooling. Light management. Light is the most powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm. Get bright light exposure within the first hour of waking, preferably natural sunlight. In the evening, dim lights 2 to 3 hours before bed and avoid screens or use blue light blocking glasses. Sleep environment. Your bedroom should be dark, quiet, and cool. Invest in blackout curtains or an eye mask. Use earplugs or a white noise machine if necessary. Your mattress and pillows should be comfortable and replaced when they lose support. Pre-sleep routine. Develop a consistent wind-down routine starting 1 to 2 hours before bed. This might include reading, gentle stretching, meditation, or other relaxing activities. Avoid stimulating content, intense exercise, large meals, and caffeine after 2 p.m. You don't need expensive sleep trackers. A simple sleep diary noting bedtime, wake time, how you feel upon waking, and energy levels throughout the day provides valuable data. If you want technology, fitness trackers that monitor heart rate variability and movement patterns can provide insights into sleep quality, but they're not necessary for basic optimization. Don't rely on sleep debt payback. You can't fully compensate for chronic sleep deprivation with weekend catch-up sleep. Don't use alcohol as a sleep aid. It disrupts sleep architecture, even if it helps you fall asleep initially. Pillar 2. Nutritional biohacking. Nutritional biohacking isn't about exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. It's about optimizing nutrient timing, food quality, and eating patterns based on your individual needs and goals. Research shows that when you eat can be as important as what you eat. Your metabolism and insulin sensitivity vary throughout the day based on your circadian rhythm. Protein timing. Distribute protein intake throughout the day, aiming for 20 to 30 grams per meal to optimize muscle protein synthesis. Post-workout protein within 2 hours can enhance recovery, though the anabolic window is longer than once believed. Carbohydrate timing. If you're physically active, timing carbohydrates around workouts can improve performance and recovery for sedentary individuals. Eating carbohydrates earlier in the day may support better sleep and circadian rhythm regulation. Time-restricted eating has solid research support for metabolic health. The most sustainable approach is a 12 to 16-hour fasting window, such as eating between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Benefits include improved insulin sensitivity, enhanced autophagy, cellular cleanup, and simplified meal planning. However, it's not magic. Total calorie intake and food quality still matter most. Proper hydration affects cognitive performance, physical performance, and overall health. Most people need about 35 milliliters per kilogram of body weight daily, plus extra for exercise and hot weather. Electrolyte balance. Pure water isn't always optimal. If you sweat heavily or drink large amounts of water, you need electrolytes, primarily sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Natural sources like sea salt and potassium-rich foods are usually sufficient. Focus on nutrient-dense whole foods rather than processed foods with added vitamins. Colorful vegetables, quality proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains provide synergistic combinations of nutrients that supplements can't replicate. Consider basic blood work to identify potential deficiencies or metabolic issues. Common tests include vitamin D, B12, iron status, thyroid function, and basic metabolic panels. Continuous glucose monitors, once only for diabetics, can help healthy individuals understand how different foods affect their blood sugar and energy levels. Most supplements aren't necessary for healthy individuals eating varied diets. However, a few have strong research support. Vitamin D3 if blood levels are low, very common. Omega-3 fatty acids if fish intake is low. Magnesium if dietary intake is insufficient. Creatine for athletic performance and potentially cognitive function. Don't chase every new superfood or supplement trend. Don't eliminate entire food groups without medical reason. Don't ignore hunger and satiety cues in favor of rigid eating schedules. Pillar 3. Movement and exercise optimization. Movement biohacking encompasses both structured exercise and daily movement patterns. Research shows that sitting for hours counteracts many benefits of formal exercise, a phenomenon called active couch potato syndrome. You don't need to spend hours in the gym. Research identifies minimum effective doses for different health outcomes. Cardiovascular health. 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise per week. This can be broken into short sessions. Even 10-minute walks provide benefits. Strength training, 2 resistance training sessions per week. Targeting major muscle groups can provide most strength and muscle mass benefits. Each session can be as short as 20 to 30 minutes. Flexibility and mobility. Daily movement through full range of motion, even just 5 to 10 minutes of stretching or yoga, can maintain and improve mobility. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, provides exceptional time efficiency. Research shows that 15 to 20 minutes of properly structured HIIT can provide cardiovascular benefits similar to much longer moderate-intensity sessions. A simple protocol, 4 to 6 intervals of 30 seconds all-out effort, followed by 90 seconds of recovery. This can be done with any exercise: running, cycling, bodyweight movements, or swimming. Progressive overload. Consistently challenge your muscles by gradually increasing weight, reps, or difficulty. This is the fundamental driver of strength and muscle gains. Compound movements. Focus on exercises that work multiple muscle groups: squats, deadlifts, push-ups, pull-ups, and rows. These provide the most bang for your buck. Recovery integration. Strength gains happen during recovery, not during workouts. Allow 48 hours between training the same muscle groups intensively. Non-exercise activity, thermogenesis, NEAT. Small movements throughout the day can significantly impact metabolism and health. Take stairs, walk during phone calls, use a standing desk, or set hourly movement reminders. Movement snacks. Brief 2 to 3 minute movement sessions every hour can improve circulation, energy, and focus. Simple options include bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, or walking. Active recovery. Light movement on rest days promotes blood flow and recovery. Options include easy walking, gentle yoga, or swimming. Heat and cold therapy. Saunas and cold exposure have growing research support for recovery and health benefits. Start with short exposures and build tolerance gradually. Circadian considerations. Most people perform best physically in late afternoon or early evening when core body temperature peaks. However, consistency matters more than optimal timing. Fasted versus fed training. Training in a fasted state may enhance fat oxidation, but can impair high-intensity performance. Match your approach to your goals. Track performance metrics relevant to your goals: strength gains, endurance improvements, or movement quality. Heart rate variability can provide insights into recovery status. Pillar 4. Stress management and mental optimization. Chronic stress is one of the most significant factors affecting health and performance. It dysregulates hormones, impairs immune function, affects sleep quality, and accelerates aging. Stress management isn't just about feeling better. It's about optimizing every biological system in your body. HRV measures the variation in time between heartbeats and reflects your autonomic nervous system balance. Higher HRV generally indicates better stress resilience and recovery capacity. You can measure HRV with smartphone apps and chest straps or wrist-based monitors. Track trends over time rather than focusing on daily values. Evidence-based stress reduction, meditation, and mindfulness. Thousands of studies support meditation for stress reduction. immune function, emotional regulation, and cognitive performance. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes daily. Apps like Headspace or Insight Timer can guide beginners. Consistency matters more than duration. Breathing techniques. Controlled breathing directly influences your autonomic nervous system. A simple technique: inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 6 counts. Repeat 10 times. Box breathing 4-4-4 for pattern. And physiological sighs, double inhale followed by long exhale, are also effective for acute stress management. Cognitive optimization, flow states. Flow states are characterized by complete absorption in activity, optimal performance, and enhanced well-being. Research identifies conditions that promote flow. Clear goals and immediate feedback balance between challenge and skill level. Minimize distractions, intrinsic motivation, attention training. Modern life fragments attention, but you can train focus like a muscle. Single tasking, meditation, and deliberate practice all improve attention span and quality. Social and environmental factors. Social connection. Strong relationships are among the most powerful predictors of health and longevity. Prioritize quality social connections and minimize toxic relationships. Nature exposure. Research consistently shows that time in nature reduces stress hormones, improves mood, and enhances cognitive function. Even brief exposures to green spaces provide benefits. Screen time management. Excessive screen time, particularly social media, correlates with increased anxiety and depression. Set boundaries around device use, especially before bed. Information diet. Consume information intentionally rather than passively. Choose high-quality sources and limit exposure to negative news and social media that doesn't add value. Advanced stress management, cold exposure. Cold showers or ice baths can improve stress resilience through hormetic adaptation. Beneficial stress that makes you stronger. Start with 30 seconds of cold water at the end of showers. Heat therapy. Saunas provide both relaxation and physiological benefits, including improved cardiovascular health and stress tolerance. 15 to 20 minutes at 175 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, several times per week, is optimal. Subjective measures are valuable. Daily stress ratings, mood assessments, and energy levels. Objective measures include HRV, resting heart rate, and sleep quality metrics. Advanced biohacking techniques. Only pursue advanced biohacking after mastering the fundamentals. These techniques provide smaller benefits, but can be worthwhile for those seeking optimization beyond the basics. Circadian light optimization. Light therapy devices can help regulate circadian rhythms, particularly useful for shift workers or those with seasonal affective disorder. Red light therapy has emerging research for skin health, wound healing, and potentially muscle recovery, though more research is needed. Continuous monitoring. Advanced wearables can track heart rate variability, sleep stages, and recovery metrics. Popular options include RA rings, Whoop straps, and high-end fitness watches. Continuous glucose monitors. Non-diabetic use can provide insights into how different foods, sleep patterns, and stress affect blood glucose stability. Cognitive enhancement. Most nootropics have limited evidence. However, a few have research support. Caffeine combined with L-theanine for smooth energy. Creatine for brain energy metabolism. Omega-3 fatty acids for brain health. Cognitive training. Brain training games have limited transfer to real-world performance. Better approaches include learning new skills, reading challenging material, and engaging in complex problem-solving. Environmental optimization, air quality. Indoor air quality significantly affects health and cognitive performance. Simple improvements include houseplants, air purifiers, and regular ventilation. EMF reduction. While research on electromagnetic field exposure remains mixed. Simple precautions include keeping devices away from sleeping areas and using airplane mode when possible. Compression therapy. Pneumatic compression devices can enhance recovery after intense exercise. Though the benefits are modest compared to sleep and nutrition optimization. Vibration therapy. Whole body vibration may have some benefits for bone density and muscle activation. But evidence is limited and devices are expensive. Genetic testing. Direct-to-consumer genetic tests can provide insights into caffeine metabolism, exercise response, and nutrient needs. However, genetic predisposition doesn't determine destiny. Lifestyle factors usually have greater impact. Biomarker tracking. Advanced blood panels can track inflammatory markers, hormone levels, and nutrient status. This data can guide personalized interventions, but should be interpreted by healthcare professionals. Implementation strategy and avoiding common mistakes. Don't try to change everything at once. Implement changes in order of impact and ease. Phase 1, weeks 1 to 4. Sleep foundation. Consistent sleep schedule. Sleep environment optimization. Basic sleep hygiene habits. Phase 2, weeks 5 to 8. Movement integration. Daily walk routine. Basic strength training 2 times per week. Regular movement breaks. Phase 3, weeks 9 to 12. Nutrition optimization. Increase whole food consumption. Optimize meal timing. Basic hydration improvements. Phase 4, weeks 13 to 16. Stress management, daily meditation or breathing practice. HRV monitoring, digital wellness boundaries. Phase 5 months 5+. Advanced optimization. Only after mastering fundamentals, based on personal goals and metrics. One change at a time with proper measurement. Common biohacking mistakes. Mistake 1. Technology over fundamentals. Don't buy expensive devices before mastering basic habits. A $400 sleep tracker won't help if you're going to bed at random times and drinking caffeine late. Mistake 2. Perfectionism paralysis. Don't wait for the perfect plan or setup. Start with simple changes and build momentum. Consistency beats perfection. Mistake 3. Ignoring individual variation. What works for someone else might not work for you. Use research as a starting point, then personalize based on your response. Mistake 4. Lack of patience. Most biohacking benefits take weeks or months to manifest. Stick with changes long enough to see results before switching approaches. Mistake 5. Overcomplicating simple problems. If you're tired, you probably need more sleep. not a new supplement. Address obvious issues before pursuing complex solutions. Habit stacking. Attach new behaviors to existing habits. After I brush my teeth, I'll do 2 minutes of breathing exercises. Environment design. Make good choices easier and bad choices harder. Keep healthy snacks visible and junk food hidden. Social support. Share your goals with others who support your health journey. Consider joining communities focused on evidence-based health optimization. Focus on metrics that matter to your daily life. Energy levels throughout the day, sleep quality, and morning alertness. Physical performance improvements, mood and stress resilience. Cognitive function and focus track both objective measures. HRV, sleep duration, workout performance, and subjective assessments, energy ratings, mood scores. Real biohacking is about sustainable lifestyle design, not quick fixes. The goal is creating systems that support optimal health and performance for decades, not just weeks. Here's what separates real biohacking from wellness trends. It's systematic, evidence-based, and measurable. You're not following fads. You're applying scientific principles to optimize your unique biology. Remember that 80% of your results will come from the fundamentals: quality sleep, regular movement, nutritious food, and stress management. The remaining 20% comes from fine-tuning and advanced techniques. Start with one change from today's video. If your sleep is poor, begin there. If you're sedentary, add a daily walk. If you're constantly stressed, try 5 minutes of daily breathing exercises. Track your chosen metric for 2 to 4 weeks before adding new interventions. This builds sustainable habits and helps you understand what actually works for your body. True biohacking isn't about becoming superhuman. It's about becoming the healthiest, most energetic version of yourself. It's about working with your biology, not against it. The most powerful biohacking tool isn't a device or supplement. It's your ability to consistently apply evidence-based principles over time. Start simple, stay consistent, and trust the process. Which fundamental area needs your attention first? What's one change you'll implement this week? Let me know in the comments below. If this evidence-based approach to biohacking was helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed health optimization content. Remember, the best biohack is the one you'll actually stick with. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Your future self will thank you.